Okay, we are going to now create an Among Us character. So the first thing you need to do is log into Onshape, and you should be presented with this sort of outlook. Select Create, Document, and Among Us character. I've already created one, so I'm just going to put part 2 for mine. And then it should open up into here. This is your drawing space with your planes. You can toggle those on and off by typing in P. The first thing we're going to do, so I'm kind of using this sort of idea of it's kind of like an egg shape, an elliptical shape, and I'm going to make the backpack square on the back and the legs that come up. So to begin this, I'm going to click on the front plane. So sketch, click on the front plane, click on the front over here to get normal to that plane, and then the first thing I'm going to create is that egg shape, and I'm going to use an ellipse to create that. So go up here into the circle, the drop down, and click on ellipse, and the first point is the middle, so click on the center, and I'm just going to go straight up like so. And again, this is kind of like an organic shape again, so we don't have to go crazy about dimensioning it. I'm going to go about 5.86, and now I'm going to kind of give the girth, I guess you could call it, or width of the guy, Among Us person, thing, whatever it is. And I'm going to make that about 3.5. That gives it a nice shape. And now I'm going to draw some lines to cut it. So click on the line tool, and then from this top section I need to come down, and I'm going to go just a little beyond the origin, give them a little bit more, and then come out to the side, hit escape, which is the top left key, and now I'm going to trim. So this little scissor, or you can click the key M for the hotkey, click on this outside, and now I'm going to click on revolve. It automatically selects that sketch for the region to revolve. Click on revolve axis, click on this line here, and check it off. So now we have kind of like the top portion of them, and now I'm just gonna kind of bring this down further, this shape here, this circle, to give him that extra length. I'm going to actually bring it all the way down, and then I'm going to cut out the legs individually. So I'm going to click on this section here, click on extrude, and now I'm going to extrude maybe a couple inches. See how that looks in comparison. And again, I'm going all the way down like this, so let's see how that looks. Maybe another, try 3. That seems a little too much. We'll do 2.5. See how that looks. And again, it's organic, it's by eye, it's not like I don't have to go crazy about the dimensioning here. So let's take a look at the front, see how that looks. And yeah, that's good enough for me. So check it off. And I can toggle off these planes. I don't really need them. So now I'm going to create the legs. And if I click on the bottom, what I'm actually going to be doing is cutting out around the leg. So I'm going to create a sketch here, on here, and click on line, and I'm going to make this a construction line. So click on this, or just press Q, and then you'll notice these are both toggled, so I know I have a construction line. I'm going to go from here, so the origin point, right, all up here, all the way down. Make sure it's a completely vertical line that goes through your origin. Hit escape. And now I'm going to create two circles. So go over here to circle, center point circle, and I'm going to kind of experiment with this a little bit. So I'm going to bring it over here a little bit, and I'm not going to go all the way. So the center point, right, so center circle, center is going to be on this quadrant of the circle, and you get to that by clicking, not clicking, but going to the origin and then just moving over, and then that dotted line will come out, and then it'll snap, you'll see it snap onto the outside quadrant. Click on that, and we don't go all the way over to this line, make it a little shy of that, so maybe like 3.3 about. And then I am going to actually trim this. So M for trim. Click on the outside. Oops. So okay, so if you ever do something like that and you need to go back, there's this back key here, which is undo, or you can Control Z, which will bring this back. So I just wanted to cut this piece, so I'm just going to create another circle that is the same size, and now I should be able to cut out that with M and then cut that out. Alright, so from here I'm going to mirror this over to the other side. So click on mirror, select mirror line, that's my construction line, and then I'm going to select this entity to mirror. And now I'm good. These are going to be the two legs. So now I'm going to click on this sketch that I just created, click on extrude, click on remove, and now I want to remove this section. So I have to click on this leg and this leg. And now if I want to kind of see where I'm removing, you can arrow key to kind of see how we are removing. And that actually looks kind of good. I might increase that a little bit, so 1.25. To give them a little bit more leg. Check it off. So it is a little edgy. I don't necessarily want these edges to them. So I'm actually going to go back to the bottom and try to round them off a little bit more. And I'm going to do that by creating a sketch. I'm going to click on one of his legs, click into ellipse, click in the center, and then I'm going to try to round it off a little bit, so that looks good. So I'm cutting off from the back and the front is what I'm going to end up doing. That's a little off center. Okay, so go you can always escape out of a function too. So just hit escape and it'll cancel the function. So I'm going to go back into ellipse, click the center point, and then I want this dotted line because that makes sure that I'm completely horizontal. And then I wanted to round off the legs a little bit, so I'm going to come down about here. And it looks like it's about 5.3. And then about here, 2.4, 2.5. That looks good. And then I'm going to create a square or a rectangle, so click on the rectangle. And then I just want to encompass this entire thing. Once you have this drawn, you're going to click on extrude, and it automatically kind of prompted what I want to cut out. So again, arrow key to kind of look at what you want to cut out. We're adding here, we want to remove. And for this end type, so click on blind, and you're going to go through all and then check it off. So now he's a little flatter, which is fine, and his legs look a little bit better. So, and you can also get like a better look if you do shaded without edges. Kind of rounds them off for you. So the next part is I am going to create that that air tank or that backpack that he has. He or she or it or whatever it is. I'm going to create a sketch, and I've turned off the planes, so to get those back on, just click on P, and I'm going to draw on the front plane again, but I'm going to look from the back. I'm going to create a square, a rectangle, and start at one corner and go to the other, and about there. Click on extrude and key over to kind of see where I'm extruding. And then for this one, I'm not going to type in, I'm just going to pull the extrusion out so I can kind of get a look at what it's going to look like. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'll check that off. And I got a square little backpack on him. Let's see if that's the right size though. Looks like it's a lot bigger and it goes further down, so I can change that. I can correct that. And to change something, you're just going to right click in here, click edit. It's actually not the extrusion you want to change, it's the sketch you want to change. So you're going to right click on the sketch, click on edit, and I'm going to just click and drag. Click, hold, and drag. And I'll drag it down a little bit, make it a little bit wider, make it a little bit wider this way, and then check it off. And then he has that, it looks a little bit better. I'm actually going to increase the extrusion part too, so right click on extrude, click on edit. I'm just going to pull this out a little bit more, exaggerate it out a little bit to 2. So now he has that backpack. So I'm going to round off the backpack with some fillets. So I'm going to click on P again to get rid of my planes. And fillets are a way to round off edges. So click on fillet. And I'm going to click on the edges I want to round off. Click in here. Click on and click on all the edges. I guess I can click on these two. Give it that rounded look, and then check it off. And he has his backpack. So looking good. Now this is the creature part. So I'm gonna right here. These are parts you're gonna create, and then we're gonna assemble them. So I'm gonna right click on this, edit appearance. And you can make them whatever you want, red, blue, green. Go with like a bluish green, like a turquoise or dark turquoise. Check it off. And now I'm going to make his visor. So I'm going to hide this part. And I'm going to create a visor. So now I'm going to go to the front. So click on front, and I want my planes back, so P, and then I'll zoom in here a little bit, and I'm going to create a sketch. So sketch, front plane, and I'm going to do the ellipse again. Ellipse. Click in the center, and we'll make his visor like 2-ish, 2.5, and then by 1.3-ish. And just to see how big that is, you can toggle that back on, and that looks pretty good. Not too big, not too small. I'm going to draw a line from each edge and then hit escape. And then I'm going to trim that side, revolve, select the axis, which is here. The region is here. Check it off. Now I'm going to right click on this, edit appearance. I'm going to give it like a dark, guess we can make it black. Check it off. So now I have my two parts. I have my guy and the visor. So to get them in the right place, though, I'm gonna create an assembly. So click on assembly, and then you're gonna come here. You're gonna insert. You're gonna click on your guy over here, and then click on this part. Move it over there. Check it off. And now you can click into the shaded region and shaded without edges to give it that smooth look. And then I'm just gonna bring this, just kind of click and drag, and then arrow key around. Looks like a black jelly bean. And then bring this over a little bit. down a little bit. And here, let's look. Here. There we go. Not too bad. There's your and that's your Among Us character. So you can actually print this out if you wanted. If you had a printer, a color printer, click on print, and oops, you can download the image and take a look at it. Looks like I had them in the corner there. So you can actually, here, let's go like this, and then turn them a little bit. And if you go to print, download image, and it automatically downloads an image for you, and you can take a look. There he is. Then you can share him. So good luck, guys, and I look forward to seeing your Among Us characters.